right, guys, this is winter's last gasp. It snowed last night. Man, we had such good weather the past couple weeks, and now we're back to low 20s, windy. So the wind chill's probably in the teens, maybe even in the single digits. And we need to get some running in. So the good news is, though, on a positive side, the road is actually dry, it looks like, so we don't have much ice or anything. So that is very nice. What's going on, everybody? Danny Ultra Dad here. Hope you're doing well today. I hope your weekend's going well. I am enjoying my weekend. It's always nice to have that break at the end of a hard week of work. So I was able to get out today, as you saw. I got some running in. Man, the winter is still there. It's we had some great weather this past week or two. And now it's almost like we've slipped back into the deep, dark, cold winter. However, I will say, the sun was out today, and although it snowed yesterday, and today is very, very cold. Tomorrow, we're going to reach back into the 40s, may even see a 50-degree temperature. So really, we're getting close. We're getting really close. So we just got to have a little bit of patience, and we will get through it. So today I want to talk about something that I think everyone in the running community, runners everywhere, have been thinking about. And that is, what is our sport going to look like after the pandemic? So kind of post-pandemic running, and my thoughts on that. COVID's still out there, but thankfully it's finally starting to, knock on wood, it's finally starting to really subside. And so that's very exciting, very cool. And I'm just so thrilled to get back to normal. It's very, very, last year we were getting back to normal, kind of. It's like we still had to do a bunch of stuff, had to take precautions, this and that. But now, hopefully, we're actually going to get back to our normal lives, and that includes running. So very exciting. I have a few thoughts on it. So let's share those thoughts right now. So what do I mean by getting back to normal? The biggest thing for me is the racing aspect. Being able to actually race, have a lot of people come see races, have a lot of people participate in the races, and everybody together. So, hopefully getting back to a normal starting situation where we don't have to all socially distance and stay away from each other. I just think it's good when people can get together. And every race director will have their own rules and decide to do it how they'd like to. That's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, I really want to get back to normal racing. So everyone, together at the starting line. There's just a lot, there's a lot more excitement with that. And that is why, especially with ultra trail running, that's why people love the sport. because there's some unique things about it that definitely took a hit during the pandemic. So for sure, some of those things are coming back, and you can already see it. And so it is just a very exciting time for running in the post-pandemic phase here. 4 things specifically that I wanted to talk to you about as far as post-pandemic running are, number 1, appreciate your fellow runners. So, we've had to spend 2 years plus, right? I mean, has it even been more? I don't know. As a side note, does anyone else feel like the past 2 years have just kind of flown by and really, you don't even remember exactly what happened during that time? That's me. If anyone's like that, definitely hit me up in the comments below. But anyway, back to my 4 things that I'm thinking about. So appreciate your fellow runners. We're just lucky for everybody to be here. Those that are, and of course, my condolences to those of you who have lost people during the pandemic, or maybe who have suffered extreme effects of COVID and aren't able to run anymore, or aren't able to do what they used to be able to do. So obviously there are those out there like that, but it's just great to be able to see people again and socialize and enjoy the sport of running together. So appreciate your fellow runners, and let's never forget just how lucky we are to be able to be around our friends, to be around our fellow runners. So the second thing I want to talk about is care for your fellow runners. So it's so easy in life, especially us Americans, to be so focused on ourselves, being number one, and that's what's important, looking out for yourself. Obviously, I think during the pandemic, a lot of people started to get in tune with the fact that life is short and you never know what can happen, and we really need to be appreciative of those around us, and we need to show some care and respect for others. So obviously it's getting a little preachy, sorry about that, but it's true. And I think it's really important that, for me at least, I'm going to be thinking about that when I go to my races this year, caring for others, thinking about them first, and not just about what I want to do and my needs and my selfish things that are my focus. So I'm really going to spend some time and really try to make an effort to go out of my way to care for others and for my fellow runners. So that's the number 2, care for your fellow runners. The number 3 thing that I'm going to be thinking about is making every moment count. Kind of live as if it's your last. Really enjoy what you have right now, right in front of you. Live in the moment and make every moment count. So obviously with the pandemic, that came into play. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that didn't make it through the pandemic, or had family members that didn't, and the sport of running in general. So not just our own health, but the sport of running in general really took a hit during COVID. There are races that don't exist now, probably since the pandemic, just because of how hard it was to host a race when no one could come run. So there were some that were able to do virtual racing, and that was awesome. Many were, and that was great. And that hopefully got them through the 2 years that they weren't able to host their events. But, some didn't make it. So we should be very thankful and appreciative of the ones that did make it through, and just make every moment count, and really just live it up during this post-pandemic time. So the 4th and final thing that I'm going to be thinking about kind of goes with the 3rd, and that is enjoy the ride. I think this year is going to be such an exciting time as a runner, definitely in the ultra marathoning space, with races coming back and getting back to normal. It is just going to be so exciting. You can already tell because a lot of the races sold out. People want to get back to normal. They want to enjoy their sport that they love so much. And I do too. I'm one of those people. So it's just going to be a thrill a minute during the season. And I just cannot wait. So we are this close to getting winter behind us and heading into another season of running. And I hope that you're excited about it. I hope that you've made some plans, hopefully, to enjoy the sport of running during this post-pandemic phase. After the pandemic, it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be so exciting. Definitely, cheers to all of you. I hope that you have big plans. As for me, I think most of you know, but my big plans are going to be to run my first road marathon on May 1st, the Flying Pig Marathon in Cincinnati. I've never run a road marathon, believe it or not, so I'm very excited to see what I can do. And then after my road marathon on May 1st, I'm going to jump right into ultra marathon training because I'm going to be running the Mohican 100 ultra marathon in Ohio. I think it's on June 4th. So that's going to be just amazing. There's going to be some friends that I know that are going to be there, some fellow YouTubers. So that's very cool. So the whole crew from last year at the Mohican 100 is coming back. It's going to be very, very exciting. It includes other YouTubers as well as friends that joined us for last year's Mohican 100. So that's just going to be a great race. Very, very excited to try to finish that for the third year in a row. And then I'm taking a big trip out west. Going to go watch the Hard Rock 100. That's going to be amazing out there in Silverton, Colorado. Telluride. We're going to hit Breckenridge. It's just going to be really, really cool. And then we'll end up in Colorado Springs. It's just going to be a great trip, family camping trip. That's happening as well in July. And then I'm going to run another 100 miler at the Wasatch 100 near Salt Lake City, Utah in September. And that is going to be amazing as well. So just a bunch of big plans. I kind of wanted to load this year up just because we are getting into this post-pandemic phase, and I knew it was going to be an exciting time as a runner, and as an ultra marathoner. So it's just going to be just a wonderful year. I can't wait. I hope again that you're excited for it. Mention down in the comments below what your races are going to be this year and how you're going to be thinking, your thought process as we get through COVID, and maybe some exciting things that you have planned for this upcoming season. So that's what I got for you today. It's already a little bit long, so I'm going to cut it off there. Once again, thanks for watching the channel. If you have watched this video up until this point and you haven't subscribed to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up as well if you like this video in particular. And we will catch you in the next one.